Some of the most intelligent people choose silence over noise, not because they're weak, but because they've mastered wisdom. Here's why. 1. They value silence over noise. In a world that constantly demands opinions, reactions, and instant responses, intelligent people often choose the path of silence. This silence is not a sign of weakness or confusion. It's a deliberate act of strength and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, believed that silence was not the absence of thought, but the presence of deep understanding. He taught that mastering the art of staying quiet is more powerful than speaking without purpose. Intelligent people don't feel the need to fill every moment with words. They understand that noise often comes from insecurity, a need for attention, or fear of being left out. Instead of chasing validation through constant talking, they prefer the calm that comes with inner confidence. Their silence reflects that they are in control of their emotions and mind, rather than being controlled by the chaos around them. Silence gives room for observation. Smart individuals know that by listening more and speaking less, they gain insights that others miss. While the crowd is busy talking, they are absorbing information, reading body language, and studying the environment. This helps them respond, not react, and when they do speak, their words hold weight. Moreover, intelligent people understand the value of timing. They know when to speak, how much to say, and when to hold back. They don't jump into every argument or debate. They understand that some conversations aren't worth the energy, and that silence in such moments is more dignified than trying to win a meaningless discussion. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Silence also allows for self-reflection. Intelligent minds are often introspective. They use quiet moments to think deeply, analyze their own thoughts, and stay aligned with their values. They don't speak impulsively because they know words, once said, can't be taken back. That's why their silence is not avoidance, it's strategy. In today's noisy digital world, this trait stands out even more. With social media and endless platforms to express, people rush to speak, often without thinking. But intelligent people resist that urge. They choose to speak when there is real value, real intention, and real purpose behind their words. In essence, valuing silence over noise is about self-mastery. It reflects emotional intelligence, situational awareness, and deep thought. It's not about being quiet all the time, it's about knowing when to be quiet and why. So the next time you see someone sitting silently in a conversation or staying out of the drama, don't mistake it for shyness or ignorance. It might just be the strongest sign of intelligence in the room. 2. They don't waste energy on arguments. Truly intelligent people understand a simple truth. Not every fight is worth fighting. They don't argue just to be right or to satisfy their ego. Instead, they save their time, peace, and energy by walking away from unnecessary debates, especially with those who are unwilling to listen or learn. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, believed that engaging in constant arguments drains the soul. His writings reflect the wisdom that silence and inner peace are more valuable than winning verbal battles. Intelligent individuals live by this. They know that arguing with someone who is already convinced of their own version of truth, especially without logic or openness, leads nowhere. One of the key traits of smart people is emotional control. While others may get triggered and fall into heated exchanges, intelligent minds stay calm. They recognize when a conversation is turning into a pointless argument and choose to disengage. This doesn't mean they're afraid or that they don't have a response. It means they're mature enough to know that not everyone deserves one. They don't seek to impress others by dominating discussions. Instead, they impress by maintaining composure. They understand that arguments, especially those driven by ego, rarely end with someone changing their mind. Most people argue to defend their pride, not to find truth. So rather than fueling that fire, intelligent people quietly step aside. This mindset also comes from a deep understanding of time and energy. Time is precious. Arguing with someone who refuses to see facts, logic, or reason is like pouring water into a broken cup. It never fills. Smart people would rather use that energy to build something, learn something new, or improve themselves. There's also a level of empathy involved. Intelligent people often understand why someone is being defensive, loud, or argumentative. It could be insecurity, lack of knowledge, or emotional pain. And instead of attacking or correcting them, they respond with silence or walk away, allowing the person to hold on to their beliefs without conflict. Another reason they avoid arguments is that they care about results, not approval. They don't need to prove their right to feel confident. Their self-worth isn't based on someone else's agreement, so if someone disagrees irrationally, it doesn't shake them. They know who they are, and that's enough. In short, avoiding arguments is not about weakness, it's a display of wisdom, patience, and emotional maturity. Marcus Aurelius captured it perfectly in his Stoic mindset. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Likewise, the best response to foolishness is often no response at all. So the next time you see someone backing out of an argument with grace, remember, it's not because they lost. It's because they've already won the bigger battle. The battle for their own peace. 3. They observe before speaking. One of the defining traits of intelligent people is their ability to hold back their words and observe before they speak. In a world that often rewards quick reactions and instant responses, smart individuals know the power of pause. They understand that true wisdom lies not in speaking first, but in taking the time to observe, analyze, and then respond, if necessary. The art of observation is often undervalued in today's fast-paced world, where everyone is eager to share their opinions and express their thoughts. However, intelligent people understand that speaking without first understanding the situation can lead to misunderstandings, poor decisions, and missed opportunities. They know that sometimes the best way to communicate is not to speak at all. Observation is a tool for gaining insight. When smart people enter a room or a conversation, they don't just rush to share their thoughts. They first observe the body language, tone, and mood of those around them. They listen carefully, not just to the words but also to the emotions, intentions, and underlying meaning behind what's being said. In this way, they collect valuable data that helps them respond more effectively and with greater understanding. Moreover, intelligent people recognize that speaking without all the facts is like setting sail without a map. Assumptions can lead to mistakes, and assumptions without observation are even worse. Instead of jumping to conclusions, they take their time to fully understand the situation. This gives them a clear perspective, allowing them to make informed decisions about when and what to say. This approach also reflects emotional intelligence. By observing before speaking, smart people prevent themselves from being caught up in the heat of the moment or reacting impulsively. They don't let their emotions dictate their words. Instead, they give themselves the space to think clearly and respond thoughtfully. This is especially valuable in situations of conflict, where a rash comment can escalate the tension. Observing the dynamics and understanding the other person's point of view can lead to a more calm and constructive conversation. Additionally, intelligent individuals know that sometimes silence speaks louder than words. By observing the environment and absorbing the details, they position themselves to speak when it truly matters, when they have something meaningful to contribute. In many cases, they may choose to stay quiet if they feel that their words wouldn't add value or that speaking might disrupt the flow of a conversation. They know that listening actively is often the best way to learn. Observation also helps in avoiding misunderstandings. By paying attention to nonverbal cues, such as body language and facial expressions, smart people can better gauge the emotional tone of a conversation. This enables them to respond in a way that acknowledges the feelings of others and maintains harmony, rather than unintentionally causing offense with ill-timed or inappropriate remarks. In conclusion, the ability to observe before speaking is a hallmark of intelligence. It reflects patience, wisdom, and self-control. Rather than rushing to share their thoughts, intelligent people understand that careful observation leads to better understanding, more meaningful conversations, and ultimately more successful outcomes. So the next time you find yourself in a situation, take a step back, observe carefully, and think before you speak. It's a practice that truly sets the wise apart. 4. They avoid ego battles. One of the most defining characteristics of intelligent people is their ability to avoid ego-driven battles. While the world around them may be consumed by competition, pride, and the desire to prove who's right, intelligent individuals rise above these distractions. They understand that ego, although a natural human trait, can cloud judgment, disrupt peace, and prevent personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, deeply believed that ego blinds us to truth and wisdom, and intelligent people align themselves with this timeless teaching. Ego, in its simplest form, is the desire to be seen as superior. It's the need to be right, to dominate conversations, and to prove oneself in the eyes of others. While it's not inherently bad to have self-esteem or confidence, an unchecked ego can lead to unnecessary arguments, strained relationships, and poor decision-making. Smart people know that the need to win every conversation or prove superiority often results in hollow victories that only fuel their own insecurities. Marcus Aurelius believed that our egos often make us act impulsively, leading us to say things we don't mean or do things that don't serve our greater good. Intelligent people understand that not every disagreement or conflict requires a victory. They don't engage in arguments where the goal is simply to prove a point. Instead, they focus on mutual understanding and growth, not the superficial need to win. Letting go of the need to win every conversation doesn't mean they avoid conflict altogether. It simply means that they approach every interaction with humility and maturity. Intelligent individuals focus on the bigger picture. They realize that their personal happiness or success doesn't hinge on besting someone else in a verbal battle. In fact, many intelligent people would rather avoid the battle altogether. They understand that the true test of strength lies not in defeating others, but in mastering their own emotions and impulses. The ego often thrives in situations of insecurity, where one feels the need to prove their worth. Intelligent people, on the other hand, are secure in themselves. They know who they are, and they don't need constant validation. Their self-worth isn't based on winning arguments or getting the last word. As a result, they don't engage in unnecessary power struggles, and they let go of any attachment to being right. When ego is left unchecked, it can prevent growth. Ego-driven people tend to shut out new ideas, ignore constructive criticism, and become defensive when confronted with differing viewpoints. Intelligent people are the opposite. They are open-minded and value wisdom over pride. They understand that they don't have all the answers, and they're willing to listen, learn, and adjust their views when presented with a better argument or new information. This willingness to grow comes from their ability to leave their ego at the door. Finally, avoiding ego battles helps intelligent people maintain peace and balance in their lives. Instead of getting caught up in endless arguments or petty disputes, they conserve their energy for more meaningful endeavors. Their ability to let go of the need to win ensures that they preserve their mental and emotional well-being, and ultimately, it allows them to focus on what truly matters. In conclusion, intelligent people avoid ego battles because they understand that wisdom, peace, and growth are far more valuable than the fleeting satisfaction of winning a superficial argument. They align with Marcus Aurelius's belief that ego clouds judgment and prevents true understanding. By avoiding ego-driven conflicts, they remain grounded, focused, and centered, qualities that ultimately lead to greater success and fulfillment. 5. They respect their mental space. In today's world where conversations are constant and distractions are ever-present, intelligent people understand the immense value of mental space. Mental clarity and focus are crucial for success, yet they can easily be drained by unnecessary noise, distractions, and endless talking. This is why smart individuals prioritize their mental space and protect it fiercely. They know that by maintaining silence and avoiding unnecessary conversations, they safeguard their focus and mental strength, which are essential for both personal growth and achieving their goals. At its core, mental space refers to the ability to think clearly, process information, and maintain emotional balance without external interference. For intelligent people, protecting this mental space is a deliberate choice. They understand that the more they expose themselves to pointless chatter, idle gossip, or emotionally draining conversations, the harder it becomes to maintain clarity and make well-thought-out decisions. One of the key ways intelligent individuals respect their mental space is by choosing when and with whom they engage in conversation. Not every discussion is worth their energy. While others might enjoy engaging in trivial or negative talk, intelligent people avoid getting caught up in these cycles. They reserve their energy and attention for meaningful interactions that help them grow, learn, or solve problems. This conscious effort to avoid unnecessary conversations allows them to conserve their mental resources for the things that truly matter. Another reason why intelligent people value their mental space is that it allows them to focus on their goals without distraction. In a world where everyone is constantly vying for attention and trying to pull others into their drama or problems, it's easy to lose track of personal priorities. Smart individuals recognize this and create boundaries to protect their mental space. Whether it's saying no to unproductive discussions, avoiding social media drama, or simply choosing solitude when needed, they understand that maintaining a clear mental environment is key to staying on track. Mental strength is another crucial aspect that intelligent individuals respect. Constant noise, whether it's external or internal, can lead to mental fatigue. It can cloud judgment, reduce decision-making ability, and even cause stress. By keeping their mental space clear of unnecessary clutter, intelligent people maintain a sense of mental strength that enables them to stay calm and collected under pressure. They know that by nurturing their mental well-being, they'll be more effective in their personal and professional lives. Moreover, respecting mental space is also a form of self-respect. Intelligent individuals value their time and energy, and they understand that every conversation or interaction takes a portion of it. Instead of mindlessly engaging in every conversation or chasing after external validation, they focus on what truly contributes to their growth and well-being. This sense of self-awareness allows them to filter out the noise and invest their energy into activities that align with their values and long-term goals. In addition, intelligent people understand that silence is a powerful tool. They don't feel the need to fill every moment with words. In fact, silence can often be more powerful than speaking. It provides an opportunity to reflect, recharge, and listen more attentively to others. By respecting their mental space, they not only protect their own clarity, but they also create space for deeper reflection and more meaningful interactions with those around them. In conclusion, respecting mental space is a practice of self-care and discipline. Intelligent individuals know that too much talking, unnecessary noise, and constant distractions can drain their focus and energy. By valuing silence and creating boundaries around their mental space, they protect their clarity, emotional balance, and mental strength. In a world filled with distractions, this respect for mental space is one of the key elements that allows them to remain focused, productive, and successful. 6. They let actions speak louder. In a world where talk is cheap and words are often used to mask a lack of substance, intelligent people understand the power of letting their actions do the talking. They believe in doing more and saying less, recognizing that true impact is measured by results, not by how many words are spoken. Rather than boasting about their achievements or intentions, they let their actions speak for themselves. One of the key reasons intelligent people embrace this philosophy is that they understand the value of integrity. When you rely solely on words, it's easy to say the right thing without actually following through. However, words without actions can lead to disappointment and a loss of trust. Intelligent people know that if their actions don't align with what they say, their credibility will be compromised. They choose to let their actions reflect their true intentions and capabilities, building a reputation of reliability and authenticity. Moreover, smart individuals understand that actions carry far more weight than words in terms of demonstrating competence and value. A person who constantly talks about their plans and aspirations, but never follows through, will quickly lose the respect of others. On the other hand, someone who quietly works towards their goals and achieves results earns the admiration and respect of others, without needing to boast or seek validation. The focus is on the end result, the impact created through hard work, dedication, and consistent effort. Letting actions speak louder also frees intelligent people from the pressure of having to sell themselves with words. In many situations, people feel the need to convince others of their worth or capabilities through constant verbal persuasion. This can be draining and counterproductive. Intelligent individuals, however, know that they don't need to convince anyone with words. Their work and accomplishments will speak for them. This mindset allows them to focus more on delivering quality results instead of engaging in unnecessary self-promotion. Another reason why intelligent people prefer to let actions speak is that they recognize the power of nonverbal communication. Actions convey meaning in a way that words simply cannot. A handshake, a well-executed project, or a thoughtful gesture communicates far more than a spoken promise ever could. By letting their actions speak, intelligent individuals create a lasting impression without needing to say anything. They understand that true influence comes from demonstrating value, not from seeking attention. Additionally, the focus on actions over words helps intelligent people remain humble. In a world where many are eager to share their accomplishments or thoughts, those who choose to lead with their actions remain grounded. They don't feel the need to constantly announce their achievements or seek praise. Their results serve as proof of their capabilities, and this quiet confidence often garners greater respect than loud self-promotion. Letting actions speak louder also builds momentum and credibility. In any endeavor, whether it's business, personal growth, or relationships, the real measure of success is not in what you say you will do, but in what you actually do. Over time, the consistent demonstration of value through actions establishes a reputation that is far stronger and more enduring than any words could ever achieve. In conclusion, intelligent people know that actions speak louder than words. They focus on doing more and saying less, understanding that true impact is created through results, not through promises or empty rhetoric. By letting their actions do the talking, they build trust, demonstrate competence, and earn respect. In a world full of noise, the ability to let actions speak louder is a powerful trait that sets intelligent individuals apart. 7. They practice self-control. Self-control is one of the most powerful traits intelligent people possess. It's often said that true mastery comes not from the ability to control others, but from the ability to control oneself. Intelligent individuals understand this deeply, which is why they practice self-discipline in every aspect of their lives. The ability to choose restraint, particularly in situations where one could easily react or speak impulsively, is a sign of profound inner strength and emotional intelligence. This self-control not only helps them maintain their composure, but also enables them to make thoughtful decisions that lead to long-term success. At its core, self-control is about making deliberate choices, even when emotions or impulses tempt us to act otherwise. Whether it's refraining from speaking out of turn, resisting the urge to indulge in distractions, or choosing not to engage in petty conflicts, intelligent people know that mastering their own behavior is essential for personal growth. They understand that self-discipline is not about denying themselves pleasure or suppressing their emotions, but about exercising conscious control over their actions, ensuring that they align with their values and long-term goals. One of the most important aspects of self-control is the ability to remain calm in the face of provocation. In situations where others may lash out or respond emotionally, intelligent people choose to maintain their composure. They recognize that reacting impulsively or emotionally often leads to regrettable outcomes. By practicing self-control, they are able to think clearly, respond with rationality, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. This is especially crucial in high-stakes environments like the workplace or in personal relationships, where maintaining a level-headed approach can lead to better problem-solving and stronger connections with others. Furthermore, self-control empowers intelligent individuals to make better decisions in their everyday lives. They don't give in to every temptation or distraction that comes their way. Instead of being reactive, they remain proactive, choosing their actions with care and consideration. This ability to stay focused on their goals, whether it's a long-term project, personal growth, or financial success, helps them avoid pitfalls and stay on track. By resisting short-term impulses, they position themselves for greater long-term rewards. Intelligent people also know that self-control is not just about avoiding negative behaviors. It's also about choosing positive behaviors. They make conscious efforts to stay disciplined in areas like their health, education, and relationships. Whether it's sticking to a fitness routine, continuing to learn and grow, or being patient and understanding in their relationships, they prioritize self-discipline as a key component of their success. This habit of disciplined action pays off over time, allowing them to achieve their objectives with greater efficiency and effectiveness. Another important aspect of self-control is the ability to silence the internal voice that urges us to act impulsively. This inner mastery is often more difficult than controlling external circumstances. Intelligent individuals practice mindfulness and emotional regulation, allowing them to observe their thoughts without being controlled by them. This practice enables them to make decisions from a place of clarity, rather than being driven by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Lastly, the practice of self-control helps intelligent people preserve their energy and focus. Instead of expending emotional or mental energy on unnecessary reactions or negative interactions, they conserve their strength for the tasks that truly matter. This is why they are often able to accomplish more with less effort, because they've trained themselves to focus their attention and actions on what truly aligns with their values and goals. In conclusion, practicing self-control is one of the most powerful skills intelligent people cultivate. It's not just about restraint or denial, it's about making intentional choices that reflect inner mastery. By choosing to act with discipline, even in challenging situations, intelligent individuals set themselves apart from others. Their ability to control their actions, emotions, and reactions not only helps them achieve greater success, but also fosters deeper fulfillment and inner peace. In a world full of noise, silence is a rare strength. Choose it wisely. This is the mindset of legends, echoed through time. Follow Echo of Legends for more timeless wisdom.